moving up and in.
Hello, and welcome to Up and In Talks. My name is Steve Kubicek, your host, and author of a new book called Up and In, 7 Keys to Unlocking Your Potential. Did you know that your comfort zone is the enemy of your best future? The enemy of your best future is your comfort zone. Allow me to illustrate this principle by sharing with you the story of the Israelites and their rejection of the Promised Land. God had instructed Moses to send 12 scouts into the Promised Land and have them come back and report their findings to the people. Well, the scouts went in and came back and reported that the land was exactly the way God said it would be. It was truly a land of milk and honey. Joshua and Caleb advocated going in and taking the land right away. But the other scouts put fear in the people's hearts by telling them about how large the inhabitants were and how well they had fortified their dwellings. The Israelites rebelled against the idea of going in and even threatened to stone Caleb and Joshua for even suggesting the idea. The issue had become R&R, rather than risking. Rather than risking going into a land that was unfamiliar to them, they opted instead to go back to Egypt because they were familiar with that land and they were familiar with the role of a slave. Can you imagine? Well, ultimately, they settled on dry, dusty, hot desert sand instead of a lush land of milk and honey. They opted for a life of avoidance instead of a life of abundance. Their comfort zone had become their worst enemy. It had robbed them of their greatest opportunity, the Promised Land. You know, we too behave like the Israelites sometimes. We allow our comfort zones to limit our reach. We choose familiar over unfamiliar. We opt to avoid risk and miss out on genuine opportunities. You know, complacency is a disease of the mind that degrades opportunities and limits futures. A key to unlocking your potential is the wisdom that you are more than you think. Have you become a slave to your comfort zone? Isn't it time that you free yourself from your comfort zone and begin to climb towards the summit of your mountain life, where the view higher is worth the effort and the distance to a better view is not too far away? You can make it, and you'll be thrilled you made the effort. Do not give up. Take one step of faith at a time, because the summit is worth the climb. I look forward to seeing you up and in.